There's a kind of strength that doesn't make noise. It doesn't dominate conversations. It doesn't rush to win arguments. It doesn't need to prove itself. And yet, it changes rooms. It softens conflicts. It heals what others didn't even notice was broken. This is the quiet power of emotional intelligence. Not the loud, charismatic kind. Not the motivational speaker energy. But the subtle, almost invisible habits practiced every single day by those who truly understand emotions, their own and everyone else's. Let's look closer. Emotionally intelligent people pause, not because they're slow, but because they know reactions are permanent and emotions are temporary. When anger rises, they don't let it drive. They feel it. They name it, and in that small gap between feeling and action, they choose who they want to be. That pause, it saves relationships. They listen differently. Most people listen to reply. They listen to understand. When someone speaks, they're not scanning for flaws or waiting for their turn. They're watching the eyes, hearing the tone, noticing what isn't being said. Because sometimes the real conversation is hidden beneath the words. And when someone finally feels understood, something inside them relaxes. Emotionally intelligent individuals are comfortable with discomfort. They don't run from difficult conversations. They don't bury tension under fake positivity. Instead, they lean in gently and say, "Help me understand." That sentence alone has ended more silent wars than pride ever could. They apologize without adding a but. "I'm sorry if you felt hurt" is not an apology. It's a defense. Emotionally aware people take ownership, even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable, because protecting a relationship matters more than protecting the ego. They notice energy shifts, a slight withdrawal, a forced smile, a shorter than usual reply. They don't always call it out dramatically, but they adjust. They check in. They soften their tone. They create safety, and safety is where honesty lives. They set boundaries without guilt. This one surprises people. Emotional intelligence isn't about being endlessly kind or self-sacrificing. It's about balance. They know resentment grows where boundaries are absent. So they say calmly, "I can't do that. I need some time. That doesn't work for me." Not with anger, not with apology, just clarity. And clarity is kindness in disguise. They don't take everything personally. When someone lashes out, they ask quietly, what might they be carrying? This doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it creates perspective, and perspective prevents unnecessary wars. Perhaps most importantly, emotionally intelligent people reflect. After an argument, they don't just replay what the other person did wrong. They ask, what did I feel? Why did that trigger me? What can I learn from this? They treat every emotional moment as information, and over time, that self-awareness becomes wisdom. Here's the truth. Emotional intelligence isn't a personality trait. It's a practice. It's built in pauses, in listening, in honest apologies, in quiet boundaries, in moments when you choose growth over pride. And the most beautiful part? You don't need a higher IQ. You don't need perfect childhood experiences. You don't need to be naturally calm. You only need willingness. The willingness to look inward, to sit with discomfort, to care enough about others and yourself, to respond with intention instead of impulse. In a world that rewards noise, emotional intelligence is the quiet revolution. And every small, subtle habit you build today becomes the kind of strength that changes lives tomorrow.